welcome to your favorite bad movie podcast, the only podcast that's brave enough to ask the question, if this movie's so bad, why do you like it so much? We're your hosts. My name is Chris Anderson. With me, as always, I have the Alistair to my Brett, Mr. Greg Bossy.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Greg. How are you doing today?
I'm awake. I'm listening to the rain and I'm here and I'm excited to talk about this picture.
Yes, who wouldn't be? I'm especially excited because we have the Larnell to my Bachman, my lovely wife Anna.
Hello.
How are you doing, my dove?
I'm hanging in there.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we like to hear here on your favorite bad movie podcast. And hey, we're all hanging in there because we have a very special guest. You might know them as the host of the most important election of our lives, but I like to think of them as our own personal evil bong. It's Kennedy T. Cooper. How are you, Kennedy?
What's up? I am a sentient bong.
Okay.
A lot of people on Blue Sky don't know this. You know, they just read my posts. They think that's a human writing that. Wrong.
Well,
Idiot.
You learn something new every day, listeners. And if you don't know the plot of Evil Bong, you can learn that right now. Here's just a short summary to hold in your mind if you haven't seen Evil Bong. Alistair's new roommates smoke weed out of a sassy, accursed bong. And now he's the only one that can free their trapped souls from inside the possessed pipe.
Yeah. That's
Pretty much.
precisely it. Yeah.
That was beautiful. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Kennedy, when I asked you to come on the show, you had Evil Bong right at the front of mind. That's always a good sign for me. Tell me about your relationship with Evil Bong.
Well, this was a tough choice for me. I like so many questionable bad movies or whatever, but I felt like I had to go with this one because too many of the quote unquote bad movies that I like have some redeemable quality, and this one
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a special relationship to this movie though. The thing about Evil Bong is that I have a group of friends that I've known for a long time that we're scattered at this point increasingly in different places. And but a lot of us have been friends for some of us like 20 years or whatever. And so we get together on Discord and do activities and stuff like that. And before that, Skype and other things. And so watching movies has been like one of the ways that we've sometimes like held together a little bit. And we developed this tradition in particular of like watching a lot of movies around Halloween.
Yeah, perfect time for it.
Yeah, it's just a great time for it. And we've developed a complex, sophisticated rating system for films. Probably one of the most sophisticated film rating systems ever devised. Includes stuff
I'm
like
curious.
A racism, sexism, and ableism matrix, which I don't think it's ever been incorporated into a film rating system before, as far as I know.
No, I'm imagining it to be truly three-dimensional. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
To locate how problematic a film is in space.
Yeah. We rate films on a complex variety of metrics, and we have been for years. And around the time of the COVID pandemic in particular, like this really set in as like a tradition.
Nice.
Because we needed to cling to things during that time, and it was like,
For sure.
you know. So this is a little long-winded. Thank you for bearing with me. But
hey, no, I'm loving every minute.
It was during the original lockdown period that we watched Evil Bong for the first time. And Evil Bong, so we've watched movies that are great, movies that are terrible, everything in between. Evil Bong stood out right away as something just sort of bizarre, almost singular, and And it took on this weird cultural quality with us. Again, maybe blame COVID.
Yeah, we were all had a little cabin fever.
Like the effects of long COVID, which I,
Yeah.
right? like possibly involved. I don't know.
The
But
last thing that made an impression on you before your brain turned to soup.
Yep.
or maybe it was the first thing that made an impression on me right after my brain turned to soup. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
um it was just this movie that stood out as being so weird to us and having such peculiar qualities, and it
Mhm.
has influenced the rating system that I've discussed. One of the things that we ask in the ratings form is this film a Bong world, or does this film
Mm.
take place in Bong world? Because we noticed that Bong world seemed to have very special criteria that most
Mhm.
horror movies don't match, but a select few do, and
Okay.
that became of interest to us. Um,
Interesting.
No,
uh,
I could say an ineffable quality of Bong World that
No,
is
no, I
shared
like
across
that.
a
I
canon of
can.
Yeah.
films.
uh,
I can see where you're getting at.
so yeah, it just became this like thing that, and then it became this like initiatory thing where like,
Mhm.
so
I
this
could see
group
that.
doesn't grow that often, but it is surprising. It's like 65 people or something surprisingly large.
Oh wow.
And it's because, over the years, people bring in their, close real life friends that they meet that they think are cool and things like, or their partners, or, and so
Mhm.
it's like, and so periodically people get brought, ushered in. Somebody's been dating somebody for 6 months or whatever, and they feel like it's time or whatever. And it's like one of the things we'll often do is be like, okay, well, you have to watch some Evil Bongs. Like it's like an
Yeah.
initiation thing,
Mhm.
Yeah. You'll
and
be missing out on the in jokes if you don't watch Evil Bong. This is part of the lexicon.
well, but also it's like it's this combination. We treat it sort of like how some people have this like weird fixation on like films like Rocky Horror Picture Show and
Mhm.
like reference them and recite them and things like that. Like it's sort of like part that and part like Rickroll. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
getting someone to sit down and watch Evil Bong. They're gonna go through phases where they question if they want to keep being friends with you.
Yeah.
They're gonna go through phases where they question if they want to ever smoke weed again.
Yeah.
They're gonna question deep things about themselves and everything around them while they watch that film. But usually they come out of it amused and changed for the better.
Nice.
It's a bit like getting jumped into the gang, though. There is a bit of an endurance test to see if you can hang, I feel. Even
Yeah,
though it is a slim, like 87 minutes.
Hmm.
it feels longer.
Yes.
Yeah. That's for sure. I had seen this one before, but I had just sort of watched it on a whim and not paid it its due attention. I think this one, it's easy to space out on, but if you don't space out, I think you can find little joys in it. Greg, had you seen this one before?
No, I only knew of this movie because we had talked about it in a prior episode for some reason. I think maybe Charles
Mm-hmm.
Band was involved in Robot Jocks or something.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and we mentioned Evil Bong, and I just remember thinking, like, that's an interesting title. I wonder what that's about. I mean, obviously, I knew what it was about. But,
Yeah.
It is one of the great. It's up there with Deathbed on the. It's
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like that's
Does what
about
it
an
says on
evil
the tin.
bong. Exactly. So, yeah, it was. It's an interesting little picture.
It's intuitive, that's for sure.
Yes.
Anna, had you seen this one before? Did you watch it when I had watched it?
I watched it with you, but
Okay.
but also I didn't remember. I remembered none of it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it lost
could
the
see that.
fight to our phones. You know what I mean? It was just that kind of night.
I mean maybe lost the fight to something. There's a lot going on in
Yeah.
this world of ours.
It's true. But this time around, I think I genuinely enjoyed it. You said you had a good time.
Yeah, no, I really liked it.
Well, that's great. Seems like we're all on the same. We're all Evil Bong fans to some extent or another. So that's
Mhm.
fantastic.
I just want to say, I just feel tickled to have pleased more people with this movie. You know, I can go back to the cult and say, you know, work successful.
Yeah, you'll
Mhm.
be spreading the good word for sure. Do you guys want to hear the context research I found out about this bad boy?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Damn! I wish I had some context about the background of the film. Script director, actors on set. What is going on screen? I wanna hear some details. Gossip, scandal, all that shit. Can't imagine I'll get tired of it.
So, Evil Bong came out on Halloween 2006.
That's
It's a shame we
pretty
didn't
good
get this
timing.
episode done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we could have included this one in spooky season. It just missed the deadline.
Dang.
This is a post spooky season epilogue. Bonus spooky season, everybody.
Yes.
But I think important to note 2006, before weed was legal anywhere in these United States.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you for looking that up. I meant to, but did not.
I
Yeah.
think
It's a
that's
fun
okay.
point.
That's relevant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely part of the quality of it, I think. I mean, and it's also part of the plot. But our director is Charles Band, and I found 3 taglines.
Good.
Tagline number 1: a horror comedy that will leave you with the munchies.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
yeah. I
It'll
mean,
do.
yeah. Number 2: who's smoking who?
That's better. That's
like that.
interesting.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's existential. It makes
Yeah,
you think.
think about it. And it really speaks to the themes of Evil Bong. Tagline number 3: dude, it's one scary trip.
No.
I like that one. I think it really suits the tone.
I mean, it does suit the tone, yes.
I think it just speaks to what you dislike about the movie.
It might. It might.
For me, it's 2, then 3, then definitely 1 is the bottom.
Okay, interesting. So we
Interesting,
should keep going through the franchise.
Oh
No,
I
you're
meant
saying
I meant
taglines.
Taglines. I meant the
Oh,
taglines.
taglines. Okay.
No.
Okay.
But actually, when you get through more of your context stuff, I would like to talk a little bit about the franchise at some point, because I have
Oh, yeah.
strong feelings about that.
I definitely have I have a couple of specific questions. I've got a great
Perfect.
segue to that. Don't you worry. I got an off ramp. Charles Band grew up in the pictures. He was born December 27th, 1951, and his father, Albert Band, moved his family to Rome, where he worked in Italian movies, working in
okay.
Italian genre films of the 50s and 60s.
That's a good way to get a lot of experience.
That makes a ton of
Yes.
sense too.
Yeah, you can see that aesthetic in here. You
Yeah.
can see those bones. His father got him all types of jobs in filmmaking when he was a young lad, working just in any department he could get him a job on. So Charles grew up working in film in every job he could find. Then in 1983, he founded Empire International Pictures. EIP made a ton of movies listeners might have seen. They made Reanimator. They made Trancers. They made
Yep.
Troll. They
Mhm.
made Ghoulies.
Yep.
They made Sorority Babes at the Slimeball Bolorama.
What?
Yep.
And they made Robot Jocks. Check out episode 6, I think. Robot Jocks. It's a great episode. Now, Epic ran into financial trouble in the late 80s. Got a little overextended. Band wanted creative control without interference from the money men that he ran into troubles with EIP. So he started up a new company, started Full Moon Productions in 1988, which seems late to me.
No.
I would imagine Full Moon was older, but I think I lump a lot of EIP pictures into Full Moon stuff.
Yeah, honestly, same.
Makes sense.
So they produced and distributed dozens of classic direct-to-VHS horror movies, including franchises like Puppet Master, Subspecies, Demonic Toys. They picked up the Trancers franchise. They did Ginger Dead Man, and they did Evil Bong. And plus just tons of one-shots of movies that you probably haven't heard of unless you're like a Full Moon fan.
And some of which are the worst fucking things ever committed.
Yeah, they were
Only makes
dirt cheap. Yeah.
Like, the worst movie I've ever seen in my life is Blood Meridian, which is a Charles Band Full Moon joint. and it's
Okay.
That is not what I thought that was going to be at first.
so offensive. So offensive to everything that is good taste.
Okay.
I don't doubt it. He doesn't seem like a guy that's afraid of pushing boundaries.
But then on the other hand, the Puppet Master series is like weirdly woke.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does have a lot of Nazi hunting in it.
There's so much.
You got to give him that.
Nazi-killing. It's just an entire franchise about how Nazis gotta get murked.
Yeah. So you got to give Puppet Master the thumbs up on that front.
Charles Band contains multitudes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you could look at some of his more offensive work as being, coming more from the John Waters school. I think he's a conscious button pusher. You know what I mean? I obviously not as talented as John Waters, but
I think Charles Band's more of an unconscious button pusher, which is still fine sometimes.
yeah. I mean, maybe I'm being too generous. He wanted to be a Roger Corman type, using his independent studio to launch the careers of the next generation of Hollywood greats by letting them hone their craft making horror movies for necking teens, only without the next generation of Hollywood greats part. Let's just make a bunch of cheap horror movies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in 2006, Charles was talking to his sons Harlan and Zolman.
Wow.
Yeah.
As you do.
Oh yeah, as you do. As you enjoy talking to Harlan and Zolman, your sons.
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
And he was talking to them about stoner comedies and the possibility of doing some sort of stoner comedy. And Band came up with the title Evil Bong while they were just throwing around joke titles. And then he was like, wait a second. Evil Bong.
It paints a picture.
Yeah. And so he developed the rest of the movie from the title. And he said he drew some inspiration from the original Little Shop of Horrors.
Makes sense.
You can see that.
Yeah, you sort of have this object that you're become infatuated with that ends up attacking you, and it's also a sassy black lady, and also it all takes place in pretty much one location.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, since he was also the producer, he gave himself the green light to make the movie. He says, "You know what? This picture is approved, me," and stamped it. He started principal photography just 6 weeks after coming up with the idea, and principal photography only took 1 week. Banged it out. Goddamn.
That's
All
crazy.
of that truly makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it shows, but I mean,
definitely.
you gotta give him the salute. I couldn't shoot a movie in a week. Goddamn.
No,
That's how you make a profit
honestly,
on this little stuff.
as much as it's easy to roast the quality of the movie in a lot of ways. The fact that it was shot in a week is kind of impressive.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of craft in this film, oddly enough.
Yeah, it's just honed into a very specific direction, I think.
Yes.
So the bong prop was made by Jeff Farley and was based on a vintage bong that Band found at a Melrose head shop. Farley sculpted 3 different faces for it. Farley had worked previously on Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys in 2004. That's how they had worked together, but he was not a band regular. And I think this puppet was a little bit lackluster compared to a lot of band family puppets.
Okay.
That face was not very expressive.
No.
I think the payoff of the Bong transformation is kind of worth it, but the process to get there is a little underwhelming. Is kind of how I feel about it always.
If they had at least just made the Bong's lips move when it talked, I think I would have been enough for me.
Evil Bong 2 is a big upgrade on the puppetry.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, that's good to know. Interesting. Now, it's hard to find the exact numbers to grade Evil Bong's success as a movie financially since it didn't get a theatrical release. And also, I think because Full Moon is a privately owned company, they don't need to like report expenses or anything. So I don't know what its budget was. But I can tell you that Evil Bong appeared in at least 10 more movies to date.
Good for Evil Bong.
Yeah, hey, God bless. You got Evil Bong 2, King Bong. Evil Bong 3D, The Wrath of Bong. Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong. Evil Bong 420. Evil Bong High Five. Evil Bong 666. Evil Bong 777. The Gingerweed Man Chapter 1. The Gingerweed Man Chapter 2. Evil Bong 888. Infinity High. And Evil Bongathon, which is a clip film combining all the other Evil Bong movies into a tight 88 minutes.
Wow.
Kennedy, you've got the most familiarity with this franchise. Give me your thoughts. I gotta know. Where should I continue to? Is there a point I should stop?
There's definitely a point you have to stop. So,
Okay.
So here's the thing. The first Evil Bong movie is pretty funny. And in my own independent research, I discovered, I believe it did make money. Like, that's why they kept making them. Like, I saw
It must have.
I saw like an old interview where he hinted that like he made like 3 times the money he spent on it or something, you know? Which isn't like a ton, but is enough to justify keeping going. And it was like, I know that from other things I've read, it was like a relative hit for Full Moon.
Yeah. This is one of their bigger titles, and it makes sense. It's a very marketable title. You know, you're trying to sell movies to a video store, and they see Evil Bong on there. They're going to, I'm sure I can rent out Evil Bong 5 times and make my money back.
Right. So they had a little, like a minor hit on their hands. So they decided to keep going. Evil Bong 2 is pretty fun, but they do up the racism. So
okay, that's
you've got to know that going into it, because King Bong is also a black stereotype, and it gets a little bit worse in some ways.
Okay, I'll give that one a thumbs down.
So I think you have to go into it knowing that like certain elements of it, and there's also a really just unnecessary element of fat phobia in Evil Bong 2. There's just some stuff that just felt like, why is this being introduced into the movie?
All right, a couple bad calls for Evil Bong 2.
But it's ambitious and interesting and features a couple of the funniest scenes in the whole franchise. I don't want to spoil all of it, but I will just spoil this one as an enticement, which is that a human gets rolled up into a giant joint.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
And I just think everyone needs to see that.
Absolutely.
Evil Bong 3, it's clear that they didn't want to risk spending as much money as they did on Evil Bong 2, so it's a little less ambitious in some ways, but it's also really fun and is like the least offensive Evil Bong, actually, by far. Even less than one.
Okay, interesting.
So like Evil Bong 3 has like this weird sci-fi thing going on where like
perfect.
aliens abduct
Leprechaun in space vibe.
people, and there's a alien bong. It's awesome. The alien bong is awesome.
Okay.
Okay, Alien Bong sounds very good. I'm liking the decisions they're making here.
There's just a lot to enjoy about Evil Bong 3. It's super weird. But then the franchise goes straight off a cliff. Evil Bong versus Ginger Dead Man is just barely watchable, but it is trash to an extreme degree.
Wow.
It is offensive on every level. You will be offended in every possible way watching Evil Bong versus Ginger Dead Man. And then past that, okay, so I didn't watch some of the like later newer, like there's some of the way like the ginger weed, whatever,
the two-parter,
like that stuff, and some of the newer stuff. I didn't watch any of that at all. But like past that, the movies got so much more racist. It's actually like
what a bad call.
It's actually like crazy how racist like the 4th and 5th official installments are, and eventually I just had to stop. I was like, I can't keep watching. This is like horrible to watch. This is like actually
that's understandable,
unpalatable garbage.
Okay, maybe I'll see if I can work my way through Evil Bongathon. It did come out 2025 and is sub 90 minutes. We are still on the hunt for Best Bad Movie 2025.
Wait, that came out this year?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they're still going with Evil Bongs. But I do actually heartily recommend, if you enjoy the first one. If you don't enjoy the first one, obviously just fucking stop watching them. Like,
yeah, absolutely. They're not going to get much better. That's for sure.
It's always going to be Evil Bong.
If you didn't enjoy the weed jokes, you're not going to enjoy.
It doesn't have any other tricks in its back pocket.
There's nothing new coming, right?
Yeah.
But if you enjoy the first one, I think 2 and 3 are really watchable.
Okay.
But I wouldn't go past
I am curious about that Alien Bong. Other horror comedies of 2006.
Ooh.
You got Scary Movie 4. Didn't see it.
Sure.
You got Slither.
Okay. I remember that one coming out.
Fair.
You got Poultrygeist from the house that Toxie built over at Troma.
Okay.
You got Behind the Mask, the slasher mockumentary.
It's pretty good.
Didn't know about that one.
It's been ages since I saw it.
It's a solid B film. It's fun.
Okay.
You got my pick of the litter, the Rear Window with the Sasquatch, Abominable.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
I think I've seen that one. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Abominable is pretty good. And also, you got Snakes on a Plane.
You know, I've never seen that.
I only saw half of it.
I saw it in the theater, and people were hissing at the screen. It was a fun enough time.
Okay.
I saw it in the theater too, but the theater flooded.
Oh, geez.
We had to leave, and then I just never.
I never could go back.
I never went back. I don't know what's up with that, but
you got the idea.
Yeah.
You know. Well, you guys want to move on to the plot of Evil Bong?
Sure.
Yes.
All right, let's keep it chugging.
Block bumper, listen to me. I'm gonna give you the plot summary. Come on, baby, here's the synopsis. Block bumper, block bumper.
So we open on surprisingly long opening credits with kaleidoscopic weed imagery floating about.
Yeah.
For a sub 90-minute movie, there is, I want to say, at least 3 minutes of opening credits with no plot in it at all. Bold move.
By the way, I hope you
That's
like the opening song. You're going to hear it a lot. And it's also the theme song to Evil Bong 2 because they did not.
Wow. And I'm going to tell you, I was not into it. So there you go.
It was not the best. It was not the best. We then see Alistair, a big nerd with a center part butt cut, knocking on the front door to an apartment. He's looking for a place to live. The door is opened by a bathrobe-wearing stoner named Larnell. He's stoner paranoid type. He introduces his 2 roommates while negotiating the rental agreement. His roommates are Bachman, the surfer stoner type, who smokes the most weed out of the 3 of them, and Brett, the jock stoner type. A rare but accurate archetype that does exist in the wild. He was a baseball jock that blew out his ACL. Now, Brett starts immediately busting on Alistair, reinforcing the ancient, rivalry between jocks and nerds. But then he also starts giving him like manosphere style advice, being like, you just got to start pumping iron, bro. You just got to eat a bunch of protein and chicks will love you. But Al needs a place to live, so he's in it for $40 a week rent.
Which is a crazy price.
But considering he's splitting a studio with 3 other guys and is sleeping on the floor,
yeah,
it seems about right. He is literally in a flop house.
Yeah.
He's in one of those weed houses. Now, all the bros start smoking weed, except for Alistair, who politely demurs. While they smoke, Larnell mentions that he saw an ad in High Times magazine for a possessed bong, and he is buying it with Al's rent money. Very excited.
Yep.
I'm going to be honest, if I saw an ad for a haunted bong and it was $40 including shipping, sounds great.
I'm going for it.
I mean, $40 just for a bong is a pretty good price.
Listen, I'm never going to purchase anything that anyone claims to be haunted. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm not a superstitious man, but I still don't spit in the face of that. You know what I mean? It's like, that's haunted. It's like, then you can keep it, frankly.
I wouldn't buy most haunted objects, but I would buy a haunted bong specifically.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think I might make exception for the bong. So time passes. The boys are settling into a routine. Al studies while Larnell plays Super Mario Brothers World with a wildly different soundtrack to it.
It's great I love it when that happens in a movie where it's just like, I know the visuals and those are not the sounds. Also, that's not really how you play. Well, he might have actually been playing this one.
I think he was, yeah. But yeah, that is always wild to be like, somebody doesn't play video games. Somebody thinks I won't know this very common knowledge for people my age.
I didn't know that.
It's true. It's true. So then a UPS guy shows up with the bong in a package. The UPS guy is very strange. His name is Rabbit, and he's played by Sonny Carl Davis, and somehow Rabbit appears in every Evil Bong film. Am I understanding that correctly?
You are understanding that correctly, yes.
How does this character come back 10 times? Do they keep ordering things? Does he have a different job? Does he move in with them?
They kind of like they track him down to like make him help with the increased Evil Bong problems and offer to pay him.
Okay.
The second one, they're like, listen, you seem to know more about Evil Bongs than we did. We'll pay you. Help us. Is like, as I recall how it goes in the second one. And then after that, he's just kind of like hanging out.
Yeah.
All right. He's just in the world.
And in fact,
that I like that he becomes part of the crew.
He's just a fixture.
he's almost like in a loose, very loose way, almost becomes a little bit of like a Cenobite type figure where he starts to spend increasing amounts of time in Bong World. It's some of the later, like in one of the later films, it's implied that he's just living there all the time.
Wow.
Like, he has just departed society, and he understands the perils of Bong World well enough to navigate it and like survive within it long term.
I love that kind of character.
Yeah.
Now I think I need to watch Evil Bongathon. Now I'm sold. Now that I know that that it has like lore, that it's not just new people meeting the bong every time. Now I'm interested.
Oh, the lore is shockingly. That's something Charles Band loves. Like Puppet Master's also like
that's true.
Like Puppet Master, the craziest thing about Puppet Master to me, and this is part of why I love it, is that Puppet Master has like the most involved, detailed, and shockingly relatively consistent, although of course there are times when it's not, lore of like pretty much any long running horror franchise. Like the lore of Puppet Master is dense and wild. And they really they just keep building on it. They never forget any of the crazy stuff they said before. They're just like, oh yeah, you remember that wild shit from movie 2? We remember too, buddy.
Nice. That's got to be one of the advantages of having a consistent authorial voice across the whole franchise, you know, to having it always be Charles Band's sort of baby the whole time, is that he can gatekeep it as much as he wants, you know, and he's going to have a consistent artistic vision for it. So, okay. Larnell unpacks the bong while Brett explains to Al that Larnell came from money. Larnell compares the bong's hourglass shape to a woman, taking care to point out the tits and vag.
Classic.
Yeah, great. That's something you love to hear someone say. And then everybody but Al hits the hookah hoses. It's sort of a combination bong and hookah somehow.
It's a wild contraption.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it works.
Yeah.
Everybody gets high as shit, but they've run out of weed. Isn't that always the way? Larnell is very disappointed as he appears to be falling in love with the bong in some sense. That night, the bong begins to glow and whisper to our boys, and then we get on the screen 24 hours later. Don't know why they did this. Only time they ever do anything like it.
It's also a weird amount of time because it's like I woke up in the middle of the night and saw the bong glowing, and then 24 hours later we were smoking out of it. It's like exactly at the same time you woke up the day before.
Is it 2
That's interesting.
Again, or
I'm a little confused. Is this a joke?
More like 18 hours later.
Yeah. Is this a joke? Is this a mistake? Was this intentional? What's happening? It was fun. It was fun.
So now they're restocked, and Bachman and Larnell are smoking out of the bong again. They're very excited. Bachman is knocked off his ass. Brett brings by 2 ladies, Luann and Janet. Luann is dressed as a cheerleader, but is not a cheerleader. She is just a freak. And Janet is her good girlfriend. Larnell makes a move on Janet and takes the rejection remarkably well.
It's really nice.
It is nice.
It's really funny too.
I will say though that during that monologue, like the lighting is really strange, and it's like there's like dark pools around his eyes, and I was just like, this is kind of weird lighting for what I think is a positive speech, actually.
Yeah, I think they cut down on a lot of lighting adjustments to keep that 1 week shooting schedule.
That would make some sense.
So Al tries to make small talk with Janet until Brett points out that he has dishwashing soap bubbles all over his crotch, and everyone laughs at him. They invite the gals to try the bong, but they both think it's kind of cringe and decide to roll out. Bong calls Luann a bitch, and everyone thinks Larnell said it. Larnell blames Bachman. Bachman's clearly passed out. Anyway, that night, the bong calls out to Bachman, who smokes, and his soul gets sucked inside the bong. Inside of the bong is a strip club.
Yep.
Other patrons of the strip club include Ooga Booga from the movie Doll Graveyard and Dr. Ivan from the movie Decadent Evil. There's just, this movie crosses over with, I want to say, at least 7 other full moon movies.
What's interesting is I could tell that there was significance to all of these characters, but I didn't know any of them.
I thought that would be the case.
I was like, this person seems significant to a group of people. They look very interesting and very like specific and are talking in an interesting way. I assume this is somebody, but I don't know who this is every time.
Yeah, I only knew one.
Yeah, was it the Trancers guy?
Yeah. Yeah, the Trancers guy.
You have to give credit to Charles Band, though. Like, some of this is weirdly cinematic, and he did kind of a good job, like creating that multiverse feel.
With the it worked even though I didn't know who they were. Like, I still I caught the significance of the moment and was just like, this is probably really great for somebody who knows what this is,
right?
And like in that way, I kind of enjoyed it, you know.
Yeah, I also was like, who are these people? But it felt cinematic still. It was cool.
Yeah.
And I think that sort of like seeing someone being played as famous, but they aren't famous, it adds to the sort of surreality of this. I'm assuming this is what you were calling Bong World. I was calling it an interdimensional strip club. And it does sort of remind me of the Black Lodge from Twin Peaks.
That's an interesting correlation, but I like it.
I wrote down at one point that you were going to run into Dale Cooper looking for the bathroom.
It did feel like he could just pop up at any moment. It is sort of weirdly Black Lodge-y or something. There's something compelling about the quality of Bong World. It is a special, unique environment.
Bachman, he gets approached for a lap dance by a gal with skulls on her bra. He responds by saying the same thing I say every time I open up Blue Sky. Goth boobs, huh? That's cool.
Hey-o.
And then the lady drinks his blood. And he says, I love you.
It's a wonderful little moment.
The skulls on the boobs help drink the blood. I really think that needs to be understood.
Yeah, it's interesting because they're like clearly like prop clothing, but it's also like they light up and make sound. So it's like, so are they like, does she have like skull breasts or is she just wearing a skull bra? And I chose to not really interrogate that a lot.
Yeah.
No, it is whatever it needs to be in the moment.
Exactly.
So the next morning, Brett stumbles in, wrung out from a late night with Luann. He tells the boys to clean up because the gals are coming over tonight. Why anyone would ever want to come over to this absolute shithole, I have no idea. I wouldn't want to stay there.
I assume they're doing it because they're trying to connect Janet with Alistair. Because I think they're both they're just like, she's attractive, but he's not going to find anybody, and she's into him. So let's get these two together. Let's just do them both a favor. And we'll get them together. We'll fuck, and they'll do whatever it is those two geeks are going to do together.
Math problems.
Exactly.
I mean, all these characters are implied to be in college. I partied in some pretty shitty apartments in college.
That's true. They don't seem like that type, though. They're all very clean cut for being a bunch of like stoners. You know
it's true.
Like, they all have preppy haircuts.
Even Larnell is not grubby enough.
Yeah. Even, like the grubby people are like clearly not grubby. They're just like shaggy.
Like none of these people have a stick and poke. No one has a side shave. Come on.
No one has a weird rash.
Yeah. No one owns a pet rat. So while they're cleaning up, they find Bachman's body. Bachman is dead. It's terrible. Al wants to call the cops, but the bros just want to hide the body for the night. So they're debating that, and mid-debate, Larnell's Pop shows up.
So strange.
He was probably gave my favorite performance in the movie.
No, it's incredible. It's incredible.
So Pap is very mean, wheelchair bound, incredibly foul mouthed. He demeans everybody that he speaks to. And he calls his new wife hot, and then she comes in and she's incredibly old. And he keeps on saying that she needs to take a nap, which I thought was very funny.
Yes.
And then he goes and he takes a shit in their bathroom, and then he leaves. They're all really glad that Pap did not find Bachman's corpse.
Who wouldn't? I mean, you'd be very happy to find out that no one discovered that corpse.
Yes. That's specifically they're trying to avoid. So the boys knock back a couple of Coors. Even Al joins in a beer. Even if he doesn't smoke weed, he'll still have a beer with the boys. They're beginning to bond. And Al agrees that they can deal with the Bachman situation tomorrow so that he can try and fuck Janet tonight. So they hide Bachman's corpse in the basement under a pile of trash.
I love this plan.
Yeah. It's flawless. What you got to focus on what's important.
Exactly.
I like that Alistair at least asks, like, what about the time of death? But
yes.
They're just like, shut up, nerd. Who cares?
You can definitely convince the cops that he's not dead like 2 days ago.
They say, oh, he passes out on this couch for days at a time anyway. We'll just say he was laying there for 2 days before we noticed.
Yeah.
Reasonable enough plan. So the babes come on over. Oh, wait, no, hang on. I've skipped ahead. Before the babes come over, Larnell is alone with the bong. And he's like, I shouldn't smoke from the bong. Or should I? Because the bong starts calling out to him, literally. The bong can talk.
Yeah.
And it has more of a pronounced face now. Its face is beginning to become defined. And so he does smoke from the bong, and then he also gets sucked into Bong World. There he meets Ginger Dead Man from the movie Ginger Dead Man. And Pap is there too. And Pap continues to be an asshole. But Evil Bong is also in Bong World, and she has a giant bouncer. And the bouncer ejects Pap. And then a stripper says to Lanyard?
Larnell.
It's a weird name. It's hard to recall that name.
Yeah, it doesn't. I feel like anytime I think Larnell, I'm like, no, Larnell's not right.
Lanyard was
Lanyard Gates.
Popcorn.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Larnell goes in to hang out with the stripper, and the stripper says, "Hey, baby, I have a surprise for you," which to me normally indicates a different sort of sex scene is going to happen. But it turns out I was misreading the situation. It's actually that she has sharks for boobs, and the sharks bite his hands off.
Yeah, I just want to point out, and this is important. This is a defining feature of Bong Worlds that is never violated in the series. She starts out with her breasts exposed. And then she goes, hey, baby, I've got a surprise for you. Puts on a bra. Okay, so in Bong World, you're safe if there are exposed titties somewhere around you. But if that stops being true, if you can't see a boob, you are in danger.
Wow.
You die. And it is one of the strangest but completely infallible rules of these movies. And yeah, it's just there's something so funny to me about the idea of like, she's like, hey baby, I've got a surprise for you, and then puts a bra on. That is like
the surprise is my new bra.
Check out this.
The surprise.
Check out this
put
brassiere.
more clothing on. Like,
I would certainly be surprised. I will admit it.
Yeah,
I didn't expect that.
So back in reality, the babes come over, Brett has helped Al clean up.
Oh no.
I know. God.
We've made it, right?
Yeah. Brett has helped Al clean up. And they pair up with the gals. No one notices that Larnell is dead.
He's sleeping or whatever.
Yeah, they're like, there appear to be no bedrooms, so everybody just sleeps in the living room. So they play a little Trivial Pursuit before they decide to hit the bong. Once again, Al demurs. Brett soon passes out, but Luann gets horny as hell in the most intense and insane way. Weed really hits this gal different.
This is one of the strangest things I've ever seen on film. I didn't know what they wanted me to do with it.
Yeah, truly. What my reaction is supposed to be to what was happening on screen is genuinely a mystery.
Yeah, like they like pan over to Alistair and he's just like got his jaw dropped and staring. And it's like, that's what I'm doing. I think he's doing. I think he doesn't know what to do either because I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
We were all Alistair.
She's like trying to be sexy and having like a complete life-ending manic breakdown at the same time.
Yeah,
she's like pounding with her fists on his lap and going, "I'm horny, I'm horny, I'm horny, I'm horny." It's like I don't know what you're trying to achieve.
There's some erotic pogo sticking.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
She tries to make a balloon animal out of a condom.
Yeah.
It's a very strange scene.
It's so hard to even explain.
It felt like somebody who has never had sex before and is trying to like somebody has told her that like if she doesn't get this man to have an erection in the next 90 seconds then she dies. Like
so here are your props.
She's just trying anything. She's just looking at any prop in the room like maybe this could be a sexual object.
Yeah, it was truly unique, a fantastic scene.
Yes.
A baffling experience. She soon collapses from exhaustion on top of Brett. Janet, meanwhile, wants to fuck Al, but he's all like, math, equation. But eventually they start making out. But then Al notices that Larnell is dead. And then they see the Evil Bong with a fully formed face, and it talks to them, and it taunts them, and it sucks the souls out of Brett and Luann.
Dun, dun, dun.
And they're now, who would have thought? Now it's gotten almost the whole gang. In the inner strip club, they run into one of the demonic toys before the bouncer kicks out Luann for hassling Brett. Who knows what happens to Luann's soul at this point? Just out there in limbo somewhere.
Yeah.
Brett meets a stripper named Carla Brewster, who was mentioned earlier in the film for giving an especially toothy blowjob. She has a bra with mouths, and she bites his dick off.
Womp womp.
Got him.
Yeah.
Back in the real world, the Bong now has a fully formed face, and Janet succumbs to the one bit of weed that she smoked and passes out. And then Tommy Chong shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Jimbo. Yes, he's the original owner of the Bong. And he explains that the Bong steals souls, and Al wants to save Janet. So Jimbo gives Al some vitamins, and then Al smokes some weed from the Bong to follow her in.
I've got to say, his acting, I think, is the best of everybody. Like it's really weird. As soon as he came out, I was just like, God damn, he's good. Which I think is just in context.
Yeah.
But also, I think he is good. Like he's been in entertainment. He's been an entertainer for a long time. But you're just like, fuck, that is a true professional.
Yeah, just a charming and an engaging performer.
If anything, it speaks to the quality of his skills even more that he sold a role like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, the script wasn't doing the heavy lifting for him.
Oh, yeah.
No, his whole character is basically like, oh, my bitch ex-wife, except it's a bong. Like that.
Yeah. So, once Al is inside, Jimbo tries to smash EB with a hammer, and it's ineffective. Tries the same thing with a chainsaw. Ineffective. Inside Bong World, strippers come on to Al. He brushes them off. Then he runs into Jack Death from Trancers before finding Janet getting grinded or perhaps ground on by a male stripper. So finally we get a male stripper up in the mix. Kudos. Back in reality, Jimbo threatens Evil Bong with a bomb. In response, Evil Bong releases a plume of smoke, saying, "You're mine, baby. Admit it. You're mine." Jimbo brags about his super tolerance that he has developed over a lifetime of smoking just a lot of weed, but it only does so much. Evil Bong is definitely bringing the good stuff.
Very powerful.
Yes. Got that
BC Bud.
AK-47.
BC Bud, yeah.
Yeah. Back in the interdimensional strip club, Al and a visibly stoned Janet run into Bill Moseley playing someone from the Full Moon Extended Universe, but I could not identify who. This was the one that stumped me.
No idea.
No clue. He was also in House of 1,000 Corpses. I know that.
Oh, okay.
And he was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Now, he wanders off. Bill Moseley wanders off. And then the Evil Bong starts yelling at Al, being like, "I'm going to take over the world. I want to get the whole world stoned. Everybody's going to be stoned. It's going to be great." Now calls her a weed imperialist and say it should be an individual's choice whether or not they get high. Back in the real world, Jimbo succumbs to the smoke. Back in Bong World, Al gives Janet vitamins, takes one for himself to clear her head. It works like that. They run into Jimbo on their way out. Jimbo has brought his bomb with him. So Al and Janet escape while Jimbo blows up the otherworldly titty bar from within. Back in the real world, everyone wakes up. Everyone except for poor Jimbo, whose body is also presumably not there. He is just gone. Before kissing his gal, Alistair eulogizes Jimbo for his great sacrifice. Before we cut back to Bong World, where now Jimbo is in charge, and all the strippers are fantastic. They all love him, and he wants them to play with his Hot Wheels. And then there's a cute scene of all of them playing with Hot Wheels. And it's a lovely little end to the movie. The end.
Yeah.
So,
Evil Bong.
Evil Bong. Final thoughts, 5-star ratings. Greg, where did you land on Evil Bong?
This is not my type of movie, and I did have some trouble getting through it, but I will say that it is very charming, and it still was a good time. Like it is in also like the fit that, what is it, Luann? Is that who throws the sexual frenzy?
Yes.
Yeah. Just seeing that within context, I think, makes this movie worth it, frankly. Like, if you're curious at all, like, that's genuine. It is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Like, you're just watching this movie and you're like, wait a minute. Like, I've never had a movie I've never had a movie make me question reality so much as that particular moment. I'm going to say watchability is like a 3, though, because it's got some, like, downtime. I think if you're with the right group of people, right time, it's going to be good. And certainly, like, I'm not going to like watch it again on my own, but I could certainly easily be convinced to watch it again. It's certainly watchable and a good time. And as far as weirdness goes, I'm going to give it a 4. It's pretty bizarre. it's still like kind of classic stoner comedy kind of stuff. So it's not like too crazy, but like just like the frenzy that she goes into, all the strange cameos, the weird choices, like you said, with the like they're topless and then they put on a bra. There's just so many strange little moments like that that are just like very bizarre.
Well, what about you, Anna? What are you thinking?
Final thoughts wise, I don't know if I mentioned I liked Larnell's comparative emotional maturity as an ongoing bit. He was very good at like drawing boundaries, and it made me laugh every time.
He was a good
like
dude.
Larnell. Watchability, I would say probably. I'm gonna say 4.
Okay.
Because I was gonna give it like lower than that, because I was gonna say, your mileage may vary if you watch it sober, but I literally can't imagine watching this movie sober. So I'm not even gonna think about that instance. I don't. That's just a very different.
That'd be like doing a food review of uncooked pasta.
Yeah, I think this movie is like The Ring in that if you aren't high, it will get you high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is insidious.
You will just find yourself with a joint in your hand before the movie ends.
And as for weirdness, I would also give it 4.
Okay.
Because while it does, very straightforwardly fulfill the premise, along the way there's some weird stuff. The whole concept of Bong World, in fact, is weird. I was as part of my not remembering the movie, I had completely forgotten about Bong World, and I was very impressed that this was a Portal fantasy.
Yeah. Fair enough. I gave it a 3.5 in terms of watchability. I don't think it's going to be everyone's cup of tea for sure. It is also relatively cheap looking. The acting isn't great. The jokes aren't great. Some of the jokes are a little problematic. I wouldn't say that it's particularly scary. But it is very fun. It does keep moving. It's kind of like eating a bunch of gas station snacks. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say this is a good meal, but it's a good time.
Yeah.
For weirdness, I graded it lower than you guys. I gave it 2. I thought there were lots of weird gags and full moon cameos that all would be very weird to see out of context. But since I sort of was like, okay, oh, cool, a bunch of full moon guys, that wasn't that strange for me. I do think that one, I'm going to bump it up to 2.5 because I do think that one moment with that gal was very strange. Her behavior was
bizarre.
very strange in that moment. I'll give you that one. I'll bump it up a hint. Kennedy, in terms of watchability and weirdness, out of 5 stars, where do you land with this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll be somewhat similar to a lot of what's been said. I really think I kind of want to split the difference somehow and say, like, if you're watching this movie alone, it's like 3-star watchability, and if you're watching it with like 5 of your friends passing the bong around, then it's a 5-star watchability. It is like, it is definitely a movie that you can just crack jokes and smoke weed with your friends while watching and have a really exceptional time. So, so I guess, to split the difference, we'll say 4 out of 5, right? But
okay.
But with that kind of understanding that it really is that divide between like, are you alone or do you have buddies in a pizza, right? Like,
and for context, I was alone when I watched the movie, so I think that did color my experience of it.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sure.
like it's still kind of fun alone, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, you could tell. I was like, this is something I want to be watching with other people, realistically.
Yeah. As far as weirdness goes, I think I give it like a solid 3 out of 5. Like, it's definitely a weird flick in a lot of ways, but it's not like super weird. And especially having the context of having seen later into the series, like Evil Bong 3 is so much weirder.
Okay. Interesting.
That I have to kind of grade on a curve a little bit, with the context of that. And just things like that in perspective. And also, I just watch I'm a huge cinema buff, and I watch so much weird shit. I'm not, obviously y'all do too, to a large extent, but I'm just saying, for me personally, it kind of falls right in the middle of like, it's definitely kind of weird. It's not the weirdest thing you'll ever see, but you will have moments where you go, what?
Well, with that, let's head on to Act 3 of the show. Let's talk a little bit about the score to Evil
please.
Bong.
Let's talk about the score. This movie's got a great score. Time to talk about the score. This movie's got a great score.
All right. There are 33 tracks on the Evil Bong soundtrack. A lot of them are Juggalo acts. That's right. Evil Bong is down with the clown.
Wow. That might explain my reaction. That might explain my reaction to the soundtrack.
Yeah. No disrespect to Juggalos.
No, of course not.
I have nothing but respect for those people in their culture. I'm sorry that I cannot get into the music.
Yeah.
Or the fact that the vibes are off for me. But what I'm going to do, we're running long. I'm going to read through just the title and artist in groups of 5, just to bang out these 33, because I just want to read these because they're fantastic.
All right.
So, here we go. Shake Your Boon Key by Jail. Let's Fuck by Cottonmouth Kings.
Yeah.
Fire by Potluck. Bong Toke by Cottonmouth Kings. What You Wanna Do by Sandog.
Nice.
Wow.
Hey, I knew Cottonmouth Kings from somewhere. I don't know why, but I was like, oh, Cottonmouth Kings. Okay.
I used to love watching those Gathering of the Juggalos infomercials.
Oh, I remember. I watched
that would be where
with
I've
you.
heard of the Cottonmouth Kings. Yeah,
I heard about them before somewhere else, I think, too. But yeah, that makes good sense.
The first one of those was so good. We should show that in the Discord. All right. Next group. Like It Like That by Insane Clown Posse. So High by Twisted. Voyeur by Storm Drain.
Wow.
Partay Harday by Van Stone. And We're Van Stone by Van Stone.
Oh.
I was really hoping that one wasn't going to be by Van Stone.
I was hoping that was going to be Twisted again.
Yeah. That it would be classic Twisted to steal their thunder like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I, spelled I space E space I, by Dennis Shin as Menace. So I guess probably just by Menace.
Okay.
Spring Break Girl by Karen Hayden featuring Dusty Rose. Disassemble You by My Good Eye. Fever by Nina. And Lala by Four Zone.
Wow, that's a lot of nonsense.
I feel like you're just making shit up. Keep going, I guess.
I wish I made these up. All right. Ribbons by Moss Bluff. Yellow Helicopter by Zia. Roll It Up by Mentone. Pass That by George Ward.
There we go.
Nice.
So now we're getting back titles that get back into the
Yeah, we're getting back into the weed block, especially here we go. We got Bong Rasta by Volume 10 and Turtle Man.
That's a wild name.
Mrs. Green by District 78.
Yeah.
Wicked Weed by 99 Cent Baby. And Hollow by Laser Mustache.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. I like these bands quite a bit.
We're not done yet.
Oh my god.
Damn by M2C featuring Six Hole.
Okay.
Strip It Off by The Booty Boys.
Nice.
Spank Me by The Booty Boys, which will be our closing song this week.
Oh, good.
Wherever You Are by Atherton Music. I'm just going to straight run to the end. Burned Out Slow by Static Disaster. Euphoria by Collide. Ooh La La by BK featuring Hilary Van Leer. And Point of View by Kurt Gellerstedt.
Fantastic.
Wow. Yeah.
What a
Really
score.
paints a picture.
It does.
Yeah.
And I don't think the movie would be complete without all 33 of those songs.
No, you need every one of them. I was shocked at how much the lyrics address the concept of smoking weed.
Yeah.
And even occasionally other parts of the plot.
Sure.
It's true. Yeah, occasionally. Well, you guys ready to play a game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to play a little 2 out of 3 are real. He's this guy. He's that guy. But there ain't no way he ever played the third guy. I know how you feel. But 2 out of 3 are real. I said I know how you feel. But 2 out of 3 are real. Baby, we can talk all night. But now it's time for the segment. That's right, we're doing a little 2 out of 3 are real with films produced by Charles Band since the year 2000.
Okay.
Oh.
IMDb has him listed with 456 producing credits. This man is truly prolific. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you 3 movie titles. 2 of them are real, but one of them is a Chris original. So I want you to spot the fake. You'll buzz in by saying your own name. If you get the answer wrong, your opponents will have the chance to steal. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right, hands on buzzers. Question number 1. Which one of these is fake? The 12 Sleighs of Christmas, Spooky Shoes, or Doll Graveyard?
Greg.
Greg?
Spooky Shoes.
No.
Wait.
That one
Okay.
was correct, Greg.
Okay.
Spooky Shoes is a Chris original. Question number 2. Sex School, Lessons of Lust.
Wow.
Sex School, Dorms of Desire.
Okay.
Or Sex School, Easy A.
Anna. Sex School, Dorms of Desire.
No, I'm sorry. Sex School, Dorms of Desire is real. Greg or Kennedy, can you steal?
Kennedy. I'm going to go with Easy A.
Correct.
Okay.
There was not an installment of Sex School about how easy it is to do anal. Question number 3. Bikini Planet, Erotic Quest, or TNA Time Travelers?
Greg.
TNA
Time Travelers.
I'm sorry, Greg, that one's real. And I have to track that one down.
Kennedy.
I'm
going to go with Bikini Planet.
You're locked in, Kennedy.
I really thought that one was real. Like, my first reaction was like, yeah, I've heard of Bikini Planet.
I'm telling you, Charles, get at me. I've got 1,000,001 pitches for you.
Yeah, all of these movies you're making up will just be real movies. He makes like 700 movies a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he just listens to this episode, we'll see them all in the slot. Question number 4. The Death Murders. Final Stab. Skull Heads.
Anna. The Death Murders?
You're correct, my dove. You're on the board.
That also means the Skull Heads is one.
I knew the skull heads just sounded too believable.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, question number 5. Unlucky Charms, Frankenspy, or Kentucky Fried Zombies?
What was the first one?
Unlucky Charms.
Kennedy. Unlucky Charms.
No, I'm sorry. Unlucky Charms is real. Anna or Greg, can you steal?
What was the second one?
Frankenspy.
What was the third one?
Kentucky Fried Zombies.
Greg. Frankenspy?
No, I'm sorry. Anna gets the point. The fake one was Kentucky Fried Zombies.
I was sure that one was real.
Yeah.
Sounded so real.
Once again. Question number 6. Barbie and Kendra storm Area 51.
Okay.
Barbie and Kendra versus El Chapo. Or Barbie and Kendra save the Tiger King.
Wow.
Yeah.
Topical.
Very.
Anna versus El Chapo?
Correct.
Yeah.
You've taken the lead, my heart. Question number 7. Plenty of game left to play. Attack of the 50-Foot Cam Girl, Moon Maidens 2, or Mars Needs Jello Wrestlers?
Greg.
They
never made a sequel to Moon Maidens.
They did make a sequel to Moon Maidens.
Kennedy.
Attack
of the 50-Foot Cam Girl.
That one's real. I've seen it. It's very
I've
bad.
seen that one. Yeah.
I didn't say I knew that one.
Yeah, so it has to be the third one.
Yeah. Anna gets the point.
What was the third one?
Mars Needs Jello Wrestlers.
Yeah, they do, though. They could use them.
It's truth in advertising. Question number 8. Bikini Apocalypse, The Dead Want Women, or Sexual Hell?
Greg. Sexual Hell.
I went too far with Sexual Hell.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I just wanted to be able to say Sexual Hell once in my life.
I mean, it sounds like a great movie, right?
Welcome to Sexual Hell.
It's like a knockoff Hellraiser.
Exactly.
All right, last one. Death Streamer, Baby Oopsie 4 All Grown Up, or Micro Mini Kids?
Greg.
Baby
Oopsie 4 All Grown Up.
You've got it, Greg. You really stormed the gates.
I just wanted to say it.
But Anna still wins with 4 points. Congratulations to Anna.
Good work.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's the Batty Awards. Now you're messing with 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 the Batty Awards.
Congratulations to all the nominees.
That's right. Congratulations to all our nominees. Congratulations to you, Lesnar. You've made it to the final segment of the show, the Batty Awards. The awards that we give out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Greg, do you have a Batty Award?
I do have a Batty Award. So I'm going to give this Batty Award to something that Bachman did. I do want to take a moment to say that those three, like the main three roommates, Well, they may not have been like the greatest actors. Their rapport together felt extremely natural, and I really liked watching them interact with each other.
True.
And Bachman was a delight. I loved him saying "oh monkey" a lot, which I was going to give the baddie award to. But then I remembered I had a real journey when this happened. At the end, he pops when everybody comes back alive. He like pops through the door, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Bachman, great to see him again." But also, how are they going to handle this? Because they abandoned him in the trash. And then he goes, "Dude, I just woke up downstairs under a pile of trash. What happened last night, man?" And I was like, "Touche, Evil Bong, good work, good work."
Yeah.
Good work.
Yeah. They just put a lampshade on it.
Yep. And I was just like, all right, I really liked how you handled that. It was very nice.
Yeah. Slam dunked it. Anna, do you have a baddie award?
I do. I'm going to give it to the most 2006 costume piece. And that is Janet's crocheted shrug.
Yes.
Really took me back in unfortunate ways. Terrible garment.
Yeah, we don't need those anymore. No. I'm giving out my baddie awards to 3 new members of our Two Timers Club. 3 people in this movie have been in movies we have covered before. Tim Thomerson, who played Jack Death in Bong World, was also in Rhinestone. He was great in Rhinestone.
Yeah, I was trying to remember, yeah.
Phil Fondacaro, who played the Little Person Club patron, who was Ivan Burroughs from the movie Decadent Evil. He also played one of the dwarves in Phantasm 2.
Okay.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
So shout out to Phil Fondacaro. And also, Ginger Dead Man in this movie was played by John Carl Buechler, who was the director of Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College, which I think is the movie that this has the most in common with. Kennedy, have you ever seen Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College?
No.
It's like the 90s version of Evil Bong.
Okay.
I strongly recommend it.
I'm going to have to watch that.
I think you will really dig it. Kennedy, do you have a baddie award?
Yeah, so, I want to give an award to most unexpected speech of the film, which is when Alistair gives the surprisingly cogent and coherent speech about weed usage and how you should not be judged for using weed or not using weed, which is a surprisingly solid moral for this movie. Like a lot of stoner comedies either come out on the side of weed bad, stay away, or like everyone should just be high all the time, man. Like, and it's like this movie actually took a sort of correct, moderate stance of, if you want to smoke weed, that's fine and you should be allowed. And if you don't want to smoke weed, that's fine and you shouldn't be hassled about it. And that's, that was like, the first time I saw it in particular, I was like, wait, is this really happening? Like, this is a surprisingly strong moral for this film.
Yeah, that really stuck the landing, which is, I think, adds a lot to Evil Bong's charm. Just being like that you can end on like, okay, we all had our fun goofing around, but at the end of the day, we all feel something fairly reasonable. And I think that was a great place for the movie to land.
And I think especially for 2006, like if somebody made that movie like in 2023 with that same moral, it wouldn't feel nearly as interesting for somebody to be saying that. But for a guy to stand up in 2006 and say, it's your choice to smoke weed or not.
Yeah. God bless.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, Charles Band. And kudos to you, Kennedy, for joining us this week. You've been a fantastic guest. What a fun movie. Do you have anything that you want to plug?
First off, shouts out to people who listen all the way to the end. You're the real ones. People who don't listen all the way to the podcast, you don't know what I'm saying, so it's fine.
Get out of here, fake friends. They're already gone.
You can find me on Blue Sky at kennedytcooper.bsky.social. That's the main place that I'm posting, at least for now.
Yeah. We'll see if they can win some goodwill back. Anyway,
I have a podcast called The Most Important Election of Our Lives. I also have some older podcasts if you just love the sound of my voice. But the one that I'm doing right now is called The Most Important Election of Our Lives. And it's a show where we vote every day. Vote every day. Vote for Superman. Vote for Batman. Vote for the Green Goblin. Let's vote.
Green Goblin's got my vote.
Yeah.
I want to hear him out.
Yeah.
See if he can take care of this spider menace.
Vote for a Digimon. Vote for a Pokemon. Vote for everything.
But I appeared on Worst Election of Our Lives. That episode has probably come out by the time this episode has come out, but has not come out at the time of this recording.
Yeah, it'll be out around the same time that this comes, because we are also on a similarly long-tailed recording schedule.
Yes, I love having that buffer. It's my comfort blanket.
For those of you in the podcasting know, it really is the difference between like driving around in a Ford Rambler with the bumper falling off and being chauffeured in a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, just a smoother ride. Kennedy, thank you again so much for joining us. Yeah. Now, let me ask you, are you going to listen to this episode when it comes out?
Me?
Yes.
You know, I really struggle with the sound of my own voice, so I have
I understand.
I have listened to full episodes of this show, but I being put on the spot, I'm a little uncertain if I'll get all the way through. Now I'm sounding like a fucking hypocrite, Chris. Thanks a lot.
All I'm saying, if you do listen, give yourself 5 stars while you're there, because you've earned it.
Oh, thank you.
Listeners, get on the 5-star train. Give us 5 stars. It feels so good. 5 stars is free. That's what we always say.
Yeah, if any of you most important election listeners are here, make sure you vote for this show. You gotta vote.
Yes. Yeah. Get out there and rock the vote. That's what we're saying. Or hell, you can subscribe. That'd be great. Or follow, whatever your platform calls it. You can do any of that stuff. You can also find us on Blue Sky. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube. And you can come hang out in our Discord, where we have twice monthly movie screenings. We're probably just now finishing up season 1 of The Oval. We may or may not be starting season 2 in the new year. So lots of fun stuff. And come back next week when we'll be joined by my former co-host of Uncle Monster's Spooky Time Fright Hour, Ethan Soretsky. And we're going to be talking about his favorite bad movie, My Father the Hero.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you don't want to miss it. And until then, be good. Goodbye. And enjoy the Booty Boys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah. What? Come on, Booty Boys. Here we go. We gonna do it. It's crucial. Oh no. Y'all ready to get nasty? Y'all ready to get freaky deaky? Y'all ready to get naughty? Well, come on. Let's do it.
Spank me. I've been a bad, bad girl.
You've been a bad